What's up, average dad fans? All right, mate. How's it going? Yes, very well, Pet. How we doing? Good to see you all on this lovely Sunday evening. Let me just make sure all is well with the stream and you can see and hear me okay. I'm hoping this microphone's making a bit of a difference. The Shure MV7 microphone. Let's go to my channel. How are we all anyway? Oh yeah, good. That's just awkward. I'll turn the volume down. Okay, so good to see you all. Thank you for joining. There's a delay in the chat sometimes. I just want to make sure. Yep, everyone's here. Only a few joined just now. I'm sure we will pick up as time goes on, or we won't, and that's okay too. So I have been playing around with the Shure MV7 mic. I think I've got settings right. What's really annoying me though is I've mentioned it before, the Logitech 4K webcam, it keeps glitching. I don't know why. It's very annoying if I go to just the webcam and it looks okay. I got a new key light as well, so it's not as bright and circular as before. Appears to not be glitching just now. I've added this desk view. That's just an iPhone set up on the mount with my little average dad on a loop there. But my favourite scene is just the live one. You don't have to see much of my face. You can see the products. So the products this week I wanted to discuss are obviously a couple that I own. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark V. This device it's a Sony Xperia phone, but the fifth iteration of their Mark 1 series and definitely the best. Software and hardware are as you expect. Camera is getting better, I've got to say. The Sony Mark 1 and 2 were more gimmicks than anything. The 3 and 4 were getting there, but the 5 finally seems like it's a camera that you can keep in your pocket and also use the phone reliably. However, as you can see beside it, the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, my daily driver. This is the phone my SIM card is in just now. It's a global version and it's just beautiful. Speaking of cameras that are also phones, this is the ultimate phone that should be a camera that can take calls. The 1-inch sensor or 1-inch type sensor, almost 1-inch sensor full, but I'm not going to explain how that all works. The 50 megapixel lenses, the 120x hybrid zoom. I do have a Xiaomi 13 Ultra video coming out tomorrow at 1 p.m. It's scheduled for. I had to do quite a lot of content, but because I missed a few days while I was away in Belfast for the week, I missed, getting videos out. So I'd taken a lot of footage while I was over there. So I finally got together with editing it. And while I'm actually speaking of content, give me just 1 second. I did, as you know, do content, very brief content on the live stream for the Samsung Z Flip 5. This is all sealed up and ready to go back to Samsung. Why? Well, it's just not for me. So shall we talk about the Samsung first? The Samsung Z Flip 5, as I mentioned before, is the best flip Samsung have made to date. But for me, that's just not what I'm after. I wanted to give it a try, I wanted to see what the hinge was like and how it would fold shut. Again, I've got a video on the Samsung Z Flip 5 in the bag, banked. It will be out in 2 days' time. So you'll have got a video today, a video tomorrow, and a video on Tuesday. And then we'll resume with normal content. So I guess apologies if the quality of the video today was rushed. It was slightly. I will hold my hands up, but the 13 Ultra content will be better, I assure you. So anyway, back to the Flip 5. The Flip 5 is Samsung's best flip yet, but if you have to open your device up at least 50 times a day, just buy a candy bar. And this is in my video. Can you hear you, mate? Yeah, good. Sorry, I'm just getting to the chat. Yeah, well, hopefully not only can you hear me, hopefully if you've watched previous live streams, this is the best sounding I have been. The Shure MV7, again, I've done some testings and recorded the streams and it sounds pretty good. So anyway, again, I digress. If you have to open up your phone 50 times a day, just buy a candy bar phone, especially for the price. Now, I got the Samsung Z Flip 5 on a deal, as everyone does if you pre-order with Samsung, which is what they're very good at. I got it for like double the storage and £100 off. So it was like £949 for the 512GB version. But for that price, you can get a refurbished S23 Ultra. The reason I say that is because, again, some people use the Z Flip 5 more open than not, and also just keep it open. Can't remember who it was. It was somebody that was testing cameras. Maybe it was MKBHD. I can't remember. But they had said, I mainly just have the phone open and slide it in my pocket because it's more convenient. If you're in that camp, why the hell are you buying a flip phone? If it's more convenient to have it open, just buy a candy bar phone, or even better, buy a V2 or an X Fold 2 or any other foldable. Heck, even a Samsung Z Fold 5. Go ahead and buy one of those, because you've got the outer cover screen that you can use. The outer cover screen you can use majority of the time, and when you want to watch content or multitask, open it up. With the Flip 5, you are limited to, see, there's that glitch again. It's really annoying. Connections are not loose, so I don't know why it glitches. But with the Flip 5, you're limited to that outer 3.4-inch screen, and that's it. So productivity-wise, it was no good for me. I did take it to Belfast. I barely used it. So, just a question. Questions are ongoing. This is the live streams will continue to be fluid. What's the battery case iPhone 14 Pro Max? Best battery case the 14 Pro Max. It's certainly not the Apple one. Off the top of my head, Anker. I can't remember the name of it because they've got about 438,000 products, but the Anker do a very good, I want to say like 6,000 or 7,000 milliamp hour battery, which is like 2 times the milliamp hours of the Apple battery, so you're getting at least 1.5 to 2 times extra charges out of the battery pack. So yeah, that's the one I'd go for. It was Flossie Carter. Thank you very much, Ethan. It was Flossie Carter. There are 2 or 3 absolute musts for me, and that is watching any Flossie Carter Mr. Who's the Boss upload. So yes, it was Flossie Carter that said he knows people that just leave the phone unfolded. He also said that in the camera comparison, it was just easier to leave it unfolded. Now, to confirm, I'm not saying Flossie Carter is the one that should buy something else. He said it in his own review. It just isn't the phone for him, and for the very same reasons, it's not the phone for me. I'm going to switch back to the live because that glitch will be less prominent on that one. So, that's Z Flip 5 covered. There will be, again, a video out on that. However, I am detecting that if I am not mentioning fold phones at the moment, the audience isn't really that bothered. So hopefully you can all hang along with me. I'll get to the fold content very, 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 very soon. Do want to touch on the Xperia 1 Mark III. Let me just switch to the desk cam. 1 Mark 5, sorry. So let me just again, while I'm here, I will shout out the lovely member that gave me this, Azar. Thank you so much for letting me borrow this phone for, well, you said as long as I want it, but I will be returning it within the week or so. Still in immaculate condition. Here's the evidence. All good. I have loved using this phone. The only reason my SIM card is no longer in this device is because of this big bad boy. That's the only reason. So I'm absolutely loving using the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V. Photos are fantastic. I did release a video today with about 2.5, 3 minutes of photos and videos. If you can do me a favour, and not even me a favour, do yourself a favour and pay particular attention to the 2 or 3 night shots I put in. Absolutely outstanding. The light above the tunnel, and this will be abstract if you've not watched the video, but there's one where it's a narrow alleyway and there's a really bright shining light. But the Sony does a fantastic job of not blowing it out completely and keeping the depth of the alleyway in perspective while getting that night dark tone and highlighting the areas that were meant to be highlighted. Again, without getting too technical, the night shots are fantastic. And it is an area that I'll admit in previous camera tests I have not, I've not particularly focused on night mode shots because it's rare that I get out of the house after 10 o'clock at night. But while I was away for work, I did do that and I really enjoyed it. So the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, obviously camera-wise, is getting much, much better. I'd mentioned in the video as well, the Unlocker is a channel I watch. I forget the guy's name, but he works in the same building as Pocket Now Daily and Mr. Mobile. And he does these day in the life, real world reviews, which are just outstanding. And he was talking about the new sensors in it. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a new upgraded sensor that, according to him, Sony upscale then put into their DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. So the Xperia is almost like a guinea pig for it. And I've been super impressed. Again, night mode, normal daylight photography. And a big one for me is zoom. So for me, a flagship phone that's going to cost anything from £1,000 plus should have at least 3 to 4x optical zoom. Well, the Sony beats that. It's got 3.5 to 5.2x optical zoom. Yes, again, there's a lot of stuff going on in the hardware for it to do this, but anything in between those focal lengths is optical. So unlike even the Xiaomi, or the Samsung S23 Ultra, where you're fixed at 5x, 3x with the Samsung 10x, in between the 3.5 and 5.2x is still optical, which again, it's quite a feat of engineering and produce great results. Just making sure people, yeah, we've got 17 in so far. I did advertise the stream again. I've done it on the day because I just wasn't as organized as possible, but I have committed to a weekly live stream, so I will keep the weekly live stream going. And while I've got a second before I start talking about the Xiaomi, I just want to thank all the members. I see here that Sports Commentaries, Ethan, you're the only 2 that have commented so far, but you're not the only 2 watching at the moment, but you're both members and I appreciate you very much. Off the top of my head, I think I'm still waiting for both of your mobile numbers to add to the WhatsApp group. Don't think I'm wrong with that. If I am wrong, sorry, but I'm pretty sure I'm still waiting for your number. So if you DM me on Instagram, you can see the handle there at the top of the overlay. Just DM me there and I'll add you to the WhatsApp group. I think we've got like 4 or 5 members in that group so far. But I've got 8 members overall, so I need to hunt down the other member that hasn't given me their mobile number, if you want to. So again, other device I'm using at the moment is the 13 Ultra. The video will drop tomorrow explaining what happened, but cliff notes are, I had the 13 Ultra last month. It was gifted to me on loan for just under a week. Wasn't even that, it was like 4 days, by a friend and subscriber. And I loved it. I really did. It was a Chinese ROM version, so it came with its usual, workarounds and quirks. However, hardware, everything else was exact same, but I had to give it back. And then, Google Pixel Fold got in the way. Honor Magic V2 got in the way. But in the back of my head, I knew that I'd always wanted to get the 13 Ultra longer term. And because I was getting it they had released the photography kit, so I have bought the Xiaomi 13 Ultra photography kit. Again, I've done a quick video on that. Listen, getting the photography kit, somebody had asked in the comments of the video, for the price you would expect more and you'd expect it to increase the camera quality. It's £180. What you're getting for that is a super premium protective case and a wireless or Bluetooth grip / remote. That's ideal, especially for a brand like Xiaomi that aren't as global, so it's harder for them to release things globally. Like Samsung got the S Pen. Trust me, using this grip is far more convenient than carrying around a little thin pen. On the Z Fold, obviously in the S23 Ultra, it's tucked in the arse of the phone, so that's quite convenient. So I got the kit. All in all, it was £1,100, and it was £1,100 well spent. And as mentioned, it is the global version, so it's full stock, like not stock Android, but it's MIUI 14, but it's got Android Auto. It's a global ROM. It was released, I believe, in the UK on Xiaomi.uk for 1,499 for the 16 gig, 512 gigabytes of RAM, which is what this one is. So Wanda Mobile had it for 1,100 with the photography kit, or just over 1,100. So yeah, that was a steal. That's my daily driver. I'm loving using that. Again, content getting posted in the channel tomorrow about that phone. And yeah, so that's a roundup of what I've got in my possession at the moment. So between those two phones, the Z Flip 5 going back, the iPhone that I'm recording this desk view on, that's all the phones I've got. I've only got 4 phones just now, and one of them isn't mine. One of them was a gift. I can't thank you, sir. So, what is coming up? Let's chat. What is coming up? Let's get the discussion going in the chat. You know what I'm going to ask you. What are you looking forward to? I am Mizwipe by night, and this is my new name. Okay, what happened? The Sony looks like a baby. Tiny, like because it's so small beside this beast. Yeah, it's not. It's perspective. The Xiaomi is higher up because the box is bigger. The Xperia is just the box and a cable in the packaging. But no, the Sony is 6.5 inches. If that's what you meant by a baby. Why did you change your username? What happened? Tell me in the comments what happened and why did you change your username? I was so used to your quirky comments and quite cheeky ones. I love them. So don't stop them. You can change your username, but keep being you. Ethan, what happened to my Magic V2? My Magic V2 is gone. As mentioned, I have 3 phones that I own at the moment. I also have 3 phones coming up that I'm going to purchase most likely next week and the week after. So within the next 3 weeks, I'll be purchasing 3 big boy devices. So I can't afford to keep them, and I got not hounded, but I got asked numerous times if I'd be willing to sell my V2. And as always, I always take money off. So I did. I sold my V2 to a subscriber. They are now currently enjoying it. It's all theirs. So yeah. This is my original name. But I changed it. But I prefer Mizwipe by now. I really do. I think that matches your personality. But anyway. Can't wait for Mix Fold 3. Probably going to be the best foldable of the year. I don't think there's a probable about it. I am fairly confident this will be the best foldable of the year, along with the Honor Magic V2. I have to put out there, the Honor Magic V2 is going to be still one of the best foldables of the year. I'm not going to all of a sudden change my opinion just because the Mix Fold 3 comes out. However, the Mix Fold 3, the 0.1 of a millimeter thinner doesn't bother me. what does matter to me, and the lighter build doesn't bother me, but what does bother me is that 5x Leica lens periscope zoom. As mentioned, if it is anything like the 13 Ultra, yeah, I'll be a very happy camper. Daily driving a foldable device is my ultimate, like, that's where I'm happy. What the Mix Fold 3 will also not come with is the headache of workarounds with APKs. Now, while the while the V2 wasn't a complete ball ache, I had to get an APK for Gboard and Google Contacts. Other than that, everything else was through Gbox or Gspace. It's still a virtual environment. It's not the native Play Store on your phone. With Vivo and Xiaomi and Oppo, you can get the native Play Store on your phone, which just makes things that little bit smoother. So yes, I expect the Mix Fold 3 to be fantastic, and I don't think I'm spoiling anything by telling you that that is one of the 3 big boy phones that I will be ordering next week. That'll be the first one to get ordered. I'm not saying I'm ordering all 3 next week, but yes, I expect after 7 p.m. Beijing time on Monday, Wanda Mobile, Blue Diode, Gizstop, Trading Shenzhen, Trinity Electronics, AliExpress. Tuesday morning, the devices will be there to pre-order, with shipping coming either this Friday or next. I'm hoping this Friday. Fingers crossed this Friday. Okay. What's the battery life for like in all the phones mentioned? It would be great to compare them. Now, all the phones I've mentioned that I own, or all the phone mentioned foldable. What I will tell you is a general sweeping statement, and I've tried to highlight it in most recent videos for phones that have this SoC. So, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 system on a chip is the best SoC at the moment. And yes, I include the A16 Bionic. The A17 Bionic will be out next month, but the A16 Bionic is just pipped by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. If you need any evidence, go ahead and check out another cool channel that does reviews on Chinese devices, Technic. I know you would have heard of him. If you're watching my channel, you've heard it. Technic has a great channel with way more patience than me because he does those battery drain tests. The Honor Magic 5 Pro with its 8 Gen 2 chip performs very well. Let me just tell you that. And also the S23 Ultra, the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. Yeah, any device with an 8 Gen 2 chip. If you've got a Vivo X Fold 2 or the Honor V2, again, I've no reason to lie to you. You get 2-day battery life at medium usage. If you use it lightly, you can get more than 2 days. If you use it heavy, you'll get a day and a half. You will not be able to drain any of the 8 Gen 2 chips dead unless you're spending 6 to 10 hours gaming in that day. So yeah, battery life on all the phones I've mentioned, other than the Z Flip 5, is fantastic. The Z Flip 5 does have the 8 Gen 2 chip, but it's a fairly tiny battery, and because I found myself using the inner screen pretty much all the time, I didn't get any battery savings by only using the 60 Hz outer disc screen. Outer disc screen, I've said that twice now. Outer screen. I'm going back to this view. I promise by next live stream I will have one of my phones set up as another camera, and I'm getting rid of this webcam. It only does it on the stream. It doesn't do it when I'm doing Teams calls. That's the one I use for work, but I am going to get rid of it and sort out another virtual camera. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question. Has Magic disappeared? Magic has been sold, indeed. Um, sports commentaries. I definitely want to be in a group. Is there a way I can get a post? I sent you the link to my Facebook as well. So you did if you didn't have Instagram. Have you checked your messages? Is there a way to link it in a post? No, because if I link it in a post, my number will be there for all, and then new members would have to keep doing it, if you know what I mean. Definitely look forward to AirPods Max 2. Have you got the AirPods Max ones? Do you use them all the time? I had the AirPods Max and they were fantastic. Um, but again, I sold them. I've got the Sennheiser Momentum 2s just now. Try to remember why I sold my AirPods Max. I think I was still getting, yeah, well, I do remember why. I got £330 or something for them. And they were like a year and a bit old for me. So I sold them. Essentially, yeah, that paid for the Sennheisers. So, yeah, AirPods Max 2 will be cool. I am interested to know what is going to happen with the USB-C issue that Apple are finding themselves in. They keep releasing devices. Rumors are they're releasing AirPods Pro 2 again, but with a USB-C case. But they've still got devices such as the £550 AirPods Max with a Lightning connector. So, yeah. Apple are also very stubborn and they make a boatload of money from the licensing of all Lightning products. So they want to hold on to that as much as they can. Do the Chinese sites offer finance? Not directly in my experience. The closest you'll get to finance is you can pay. I forget which ones, but there's a couple of the sites that I've mentioned. So Wanda, Gizstop, Blue Diode, Trading Shenzhen, and Trinity Electronics. Within those five, there's one or two that definitely offer PayPal. And obviously, PayPal you can finance, you can choose the length of the term. I think it's 4 months interest free or 12 months at an APR rate. But no, not direct finance. However, you can use PayPal to pay to spread the cost. Or get yourself a 0% credit card for 24 months and just spend it on that. But this is not a financial advice channel. Do not listen to me, of all people, for financial advice. And if you're looking to save money, wait. Wait 2 weeks after any phone is released, and trust me, I'll have it and want to sell it. You've heard rumours. Who's heard rumours? Why not heard rumours that Huawei are going to release a Mate X3 Pro in September? I'll be honest, you've got the scoop before me. I've been preoccupied with other foldables, and I kind of forgot about Huawei for a minute. A Mate X3 Pro is interesting. I'm intrigued to know what would make the Mate X3 Pro a Pro, because if you've seen any of my videos, if you've held the phone, if you've used the phone, it's already a fucking Pro. It's unbelievable, that device. Hardware, software, if you're in China, out with China software is not great. So unless the Mate X3 Pro is a global version with Google services, which we all know it's not, yeah, let's see what the price is. I can recommend the Mate X3 for sure for people with the budget and don't mind the lack of Google services or going through G Spot. That's a different thing. G Space and G Box. Then yeah, the Mate X3 is awesome. G Spot. You think the upcoming Vivo X100 Pro Plus? The what? Sorry, the chat keeps moving down. Am I missing? Do I think the upcoming Vivo X 100 instead of the X90? Sorry, is that what they're calling it? The X100 Pro Plus? I heard different. But I know the phone you're referencing, and will it beat the 13 Ultra? Well, it's not going to be till next year, is it? Or is it this year? I get myself confused. I'm pretty sure the X90 and the X series comes out in like February, March time. So it'll be next year. So do I think by next year it'll be better than the 13 Ultra? Potentially. But we are almost, to me anyway, we're almost at a peak for smartphone capabilities. And that is a good peak, by the way. That peak means that I don't have a DSLR anymore or a mirrorless camera. I use my smartphones for everything now. So yeah, I can't see how they're going to improve other than with software and like Sony producing new lenses, which all the best smartphones use Sony lenses. How's the software on the Xperia? Lagging, slow, silly. Be brutally honest. Well, um, Raul, you know me. I will be brutally honest. I have had issues with the Sony Mark III software wise, stuttering, lagging. The X4, the Mark IV, I didn't have any issues. The Mark V is a stock Android, effectively, stock Google phone. No software issues that I've experienced in my week or so with the phone at all. That's me being honest. I can't I can't not be honest. It's to a fault. To the point where I had to remove or not remove. I didn't post it, but delete a sponsored video because I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Anyway, but yeah, being honest, the Sony One Mark Five is fantastic, both hardware and software. And I don't think I'm out of line for saying this, but as you already know, this was gifted to me by a subscriber, and I'm pretty sure they could be persuaded to sell it for a very nice price. So if you're interested, DM me on Instagram, handles up the top, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get a nice price for you. Azar, you're in the chat. um, Say hello to Azar, everyone. The very kind gentleman that sent me the Sony Xperia 1 Mark 5. I'm not trying to sell your device proactively. I'm just noticing a lot of people asking about it. That's all. I know you love it too, so you may not want to sell. Yeah, use my Pro Bats every day. Yeah, noise cancellation is just unbelievable. And you'd think they'd be really heavy, and they are, but you get used to them. You really do. Uh, yeah, there'll be 100X series after 90. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I thought they were going to go down a different naming convention. I had it in my head that they were going to go down a kind of X1 route. So rather than 101. But again, you're probably right. Um, I believe. Am I? Was it October? Am I just way off? Did the Vivo X90 Pro Plus come out in October last year? I'm really sorry if it did. I am all over the place. I get too many phones. If it's October this year, then yeah, I will have that phone. And the camera will be fantastic. Let's hope they can put a 5x or 10x zoom in it. Didn't see my link to my Facebook. I put it in the comments. I replied to one of your comments with my link to my Facebook page. But it's not private, or it might be, but if you send me a message request, just look for me, Michael Reid, Michaelreid, on Facebook, and I will see your friend request. I will accept, and you can send me your number that way. But again, I've had a few people just set up an Instagram account, send me their number, and then delete the Instagram account. What's my daily driver? And what do you think of the OnePlus Fold Open? Daily driver is now the 13 Ultra. This beauty. Not that I daily drive the photography kit, of course, um, but I have used it a few times and it is fantastic. Yeah, it's a global version of the 13 Ultra, so it's fantastic. I love it. Really, really love it. Boom, boom, boom. And the OnePlus Open, yeah. Again, spoiler, big boy number 2 of my 3 purchases in the next 3 weeks is the OnePlus Open. So you've got the Mix Fold 3, the OnePlus Open. Can anybody tell me in the comments what the next big boy is? What's the third big boy I'm going to buy? I love how Vivo focus heavily on the camera. Yes. Yep, yep, yep. The X60. So I came into the Vivo scene later. I came into the Vivo scene at the X80, believe it or not. So you're way before me, and I also love how them and Xiaomi with their Ultra series. So the Mi 11 Ultra was my first one, the 12 Ultra, now the 13 Ultra. A lot of Chinese brands are camera focused. Look at Oppo. Look what Oppo are doing with the Find X series, the Find X5 Pro and the Find X6 Pro. Really focusing on camera. I love it. Xiaomi 13 Ultra versus Samsung S23 Ultra. That is the ultimate comparison for me on Android as far as camera phones go this year. Yes, the Find X6 Pro is great and the Vivo X90 Pro is great, but for me it's between those two. But I don't have an S23 Ultra to do a live comparison. Anybody watching does have an S23 Ultra lying around they want to loan me, let me know. But no, having owned both, it's very close. It's very close. Samsung do have great software. Many, many years of experience in the Western market with their software. I like an underdog story, and because certainly in the UK and US, Xiaomi is lesser known, I think I prefer the 13 Ultra. The fact that both can do 100x or more than 100x space zoom, and the pictures aren't literal like 3 pixel potatoes, the fact that you can actually make out stuff is quite incredible. Xiaomi 13 Ultra for sure is better, at least from my side. Yeah. Yep. You're a Samsung hater. I'm not in that camp. I'm not a Samsung hater, but I am a innovation lover, and Samsung have taken their foot off the gas when it comes to even the S23 Ultra. Don't give us a 200 megs camera. Give us better lenses. Give us something else. But anyway, the S23 Ultra is not my gripe. You know what my gripe is. It's X Fold 5. Yeah, you like both. Yeah, I like both. They have goods and bads. I'm yet to find many bads on either, to be honest. The only bad I would say is that, as I mentioned already, new on Wanda Mobile, just for the 13 Ultra, not a photography kit, you're getting it for about £900. New for the S23 Ultra, it's £1,250, or even £1,350 for the 512 gig version, which this Xiaomi is. That's £400 saving, folks, for arguably a better phone. I've always wanted to buy some kind of Android phone to test some apps and stuff. Wait, you don't have an Android phone at all? Any super cheap option to go for? So, wow, I'm blown away. I hadn't realized you were just on an iPhone. Absolutely, there are options in Android. That's the beauty of Android. There are many options. I mean, literally for any budget. If you've got a really, really, really low budget Poco, like the X5 Pro, a couple £100. Yeah. Oh, there's lots. People in the chat spam some Android phones under £400 that someone can test and use for a while just to get used to Android. But for me, Poco jumps out, Google Pixel 6a jumps out, 7a jumps out. There's a few around the 400 or much less. Bob, ding, 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 ding. You have a winner. Yep. V2 Global is the third big boy that I'll be buying in the next 3 weeks. There is absolutely no way I would do my Honor dirty. Hence, again, people ask why I sold it. Have no fear. I sold it because I need the money to free up funds to pay for all these other devices, one of which being the V2 Global version. I need to test it out. The hardware I know is phenomenal, but I want to see how the software works, having owned the Magic 5 Pro from Honor, and it was obviously a global version. Software was great. If a little childish is the word I want to say, not as refined, I guess. Friend request will be from Cody Brown. Perfect. I didn't want to be rude and ask Sports what your name was, but now you've given me it. So Cody, thank you very much. Get yourself an Android device. Check the chat. Someday is bound to be. If you've not already, please tell Cody what Android should he buy. Tell us your budget. He already has. Yeah, I already had the global. Had being the operative word. I got rid of it. So no, he was right. The V2 Global is the third big boy phone. I need to test the V2 Global just to make sure that I can recommend it for everyone software wise. I can recommend it hardware wise. Zara, having used the 13 Ultra, it's an amazing piece of equipment. So much for the money. Yes, I agree. 13 Ultra better than Galaxy S23 Ultra? If yes, why? So again, it's too close to say that one is better than the other. If I had to say why the 13 Ultra is better, it's because you're getting basically the same phone as far as camera capabilities, software, size, for £400 cheaper. So yeah, if saving money is your thing, to pay £1,250 or £1,300 or £1,400 for the half a terabyte version of the S23 Ultra, when you can get the half terabyte version for £900 on Wanda Mobile for the 13 Ultra, I think you'd be mad. And MIUI 14 is a fantastic Android skin. Yes, so is One UI, arguably better, but it's nice to change it up sometimes. I have noticed that my wireless iPhone connecting to my MacBook is flashing up that it might die. So at some point, this desktop view will go away, but I'll just switch to webcam because I'm not actually using the desk mode. Right, let's keep going. Missed a few questions here. Yeah, Samsung been lazy last 2 years. Yeah, I agree. Again, it's hard nowadays. iPhone are the same. It's hard to make something innovation lover. Your PR skills are on point. It's true though. It's hard for these companies to innovate year on year, but you know, I'm looking at the Z Fold 5s particularly. If you're not going to upgrade basically anything about the phone, just call it a Z Fold 4S. Or here's a novel thought. Samsung release like 50 phones a year. Just skip a year for the Z Fold. Just make next year the Z Fold 5. Xiaomi's better camera overall. Okay. Yep. Again, this S20. Someday give me an S23 Ultra. I'll send it straight back. The 200 megapixel photos that do come out of the S23 Ultra are no gimmick. If you check back my review, so sharp. What did you miss? Any highlights? Not really. I just confirmed what phones I have at the moment. I confirmed that the V2 has been sold, but I'll be buying the V2 Global. I'm buying the Mix Fold 3 next week. It should go on for pre-order on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm returning my Z Flip 5, but we all knew I was going to do that. Come again, just tuned in. Didn't miss much. Samsung's giving us a bigger phone, but they are sleeping right now. Yep. iQOO Neo 7 Pro, good shout. I think it depends on the budget, Cody. But I mean, look at the iQOO, even like the iQOO 8 Pro, 9 Pro, 10 Pro, 11 Pro. Yeah, Pixel A series, way to go. If it's your first Android, very good shout. If I'm missing any questions, I apologise. There is a way to get your question highlighted. You can pay and give me beer money. No, I try and answer every single one. I'm just going through them just now. Yes, that's some lazy. I need a moderator to keep up. Verdict on the 3 phones he's listed. Is that the 3 phones I'm going to buy? The Mix Fold 3, the V2, and the OnePlus Fold? Is that the 3 phones you mean? Oh, I see your face pop up again. So we're on the Mix Fold 3. I think the Mix Fold 3 is going to be the most popular, purely because the Mix Fold 3 video that I released 2 days ago is at like 4K views. While that is not my most viewed video, the traction it got in its first day was pretty incredible. People are desperate for the Mix Fold 3, and that makes me feel a bit warm inside because it shows why you're watching my channel. We appreciate technology, whether it's from China or not. While you are still battering away in the comments, I just want to have a 1 minute rant about a couple of comments that have come up, and I mentioned it. I have mentioned it in an upcoming video that will be posting tomorrow. Chinese phones. People keep saying, I say people, some people have commented it. Oh, you're just not bothered about your security and privacy, so you'll buy a Chinese phone. Please give it a rest. If you honestly think your iPhone sitting right beside you, or your HomePod, or your iPad isn't listening to every word you say, gathering your data, selling your data, you're off your head. Same with your Android, your Samsung. Don't just think it's a Chinese phone conspiracy. I would also argue that sometimes it's actually quite convenient to get focused ads. Not all the time, but really, what have you got to hide? Listen, there are measures. I'm not saying they should be able to spy on us. And at no point do I think my phone is spying on me. If this phone is spying on me, then you've seen some things. But no, don't worry about buying a Chinese device from a security perspective. Anyway, that was my little rant. Okay, where have I got to now? Oh, lots of questions. iQOO is the same DNA taken from the Vivo spending less cash. Yes, part of the same group. I agree. Guy, hello, good evening. I think I've remembered your name there. Puts me off when I read your thing, but Guy. Looking forward to tomorrow's launch. Yes, me too. Now, I've been lazy and I've not actually looked what time 7 p.m. Beijing time is, but I'll not be watching live, no doubt. You're watching from the Honor V2, excellent Mario, simply the best. Yes, at this point, the V2 is the best foldable. I agree. I care about your health, so I refuse to give you beer money. Quite right. I just hope the Mix Fold 3 is IPX8. Yeah, water resistance. Hard to get dust resistance, but yeah, water resistance it shall be for sure. Whoa. Ethan, I said beer money, not buy the whole bar around. Thank you very much, brother. But wow, that's very generous. I don't know what to say. That's a whole case of beer, right? How much do you think the Mix Fold? Oh, you've spelt 3. I was like, what? The Mix Fold 3 will cost. I mentioned in that video, I think we're going to get extremely lucky, and I think the Mix Fold 3 is going to be £1,300 or maybe even a bit less for the 256GB version, which for most people is more than enough. Now, to put that in perspective, that's £500 cheaper than the Samsung Z Fold 5. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to rip into Samsung, but yes, £1,300. Another thing I can guarantee you, Ethan, and I'm putting out here for you, yous are the first people to have first dibs. DM me on Instagram or Cody on Facebook or members in the WhatsApp chat. Whatever the Mix Fold 3 costs me, as always, give me 2 weeks, maybe 3, and I will sell my Mix Fold 3 in pristine condition for £200 less. You know I will, it's yours. So DM me, first come, first serve. I have been blown away by how easy selling devices to honest and trustworthy people has been. I've literally never had a bad experience. I even had somebody send me money, then didn't want the phone, and it was like a deposit, and then they were like, no, it's fine, just keep it. I'm not keeping your money. You didn't get the phone. So yeah, all super honest, straight up people. So yeah, if you're looking for the Mix Fold 3, which I know a lot of you are, and you can wait a couple of weeks after I get it, £200 off. For any Americans watching, that's about $300. I just seen the word underwear. What's the context? I would rather have China know what color underwear. Yeah, fair enough. In the country I live in, knowing. Yeah, you're right. Um, what are the Chinese going to spy on your phone? I know. It's not me saying it. It's comments I've got. It's comments. V2 over the Mix Fold 3. I think this is going to be one of those Xiaomi 13 Ultra versus Samsung S23 Ultra. I think they're going to be so similar that it will be the tiniest subjective choice. Loads of beers with that. Yes, I know. Unbelievable. Thank you very much again. Is is that you donating £1,499, Frank? Thanks very much. Till it lights up a colour. I can't believe you. Or is that you telling me how much the Mix Fold 3 will cost? I've missed context if that's what you mean. I don't think the Mix Fold 3 is going to be £1,500. I really don't. JD and Cokes, yeah, could buy a few with that. Sorry, audio's a bit low. Is it? Oh no, what happened? Is my audio gone really low, or did I just get far away from the mic? Quickly tell me in the comments before I need to tweak anything. It's the first audio potential issue, I've heard. 2 mixers in London, yeah, that's what 15 quid would get you. Okay, good point, Mario. Didn't notice the audio until YouTube blasted an ad. Okay, let me check my audio. So the audio volume is full on the microphone. Will I just bring it closer to me? It recorded. I thought it sounded pretty good when I tested. Well, hopefully it's bearable. How many are watching? Yeah, there's like 22 watching. I'd be ashamed to end the stream now. So I'm going to crack on. Hopefully, okay, I'm seeing a few. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. 500 gigabyte version. Oh, 500 gigabyte version. I'm connecting the dots. I'm like Columbo here, Frank. Oh, Frank Columbo. Anyway, 500 gigabyte version is what you're saying will be £1,499. Again, maybe even less, like £1,400. Of course, OnePlus will have a global version, which is nice. Yes, the OnePlus will have a global version. I've just realised, what do you mean blasting ads? Are there ads through this stream? How does that work? Does it cut away from me? I think I've got auto monetization, like auto ads on, like monetization, but I don't want the live streams interrupted by ads, folks. Are you all getting ads? If so, I apologize. I don't want to make money from the live streams. The live streams are for my subscribers and fans, not just random people that hop on a video from all over the world. So, apologies. I will turn that setting off. I think I've got monetization on as default. That's annoying. So it just cuts away and shows you an ad, and then you've missed context. You've got an ad blocker. I haven't seen ads. No ads. Oh, I'm so confused. Now audio's okay. Thanks, Mario. But you've got YouTube Premium. Okay. Right. So I think we can surmise that if you've not got YouTube Premium or ad blockers, then you will get ads. Right. I'll just turn off ads for the next live stream. I don't want ads interrupting it. You've had one like 40 minutes in, you don't mind ads. I know, but honestly, for all that I'm making out these live streams, I don't want ads. Okay, so what do you want to talk about? What else? iPhone 15? Anybody in my community care about an iPhone? The iPhone 15 Pro in particular? Do we think the iPhone regular will have USB-C or Lightning? Let me know. Honestly, don't mind ads. Free ways for us to appreciate you. Thanks, Cody. Yeah, I know, but again, I don't want to interrupt my dulcet tones. I hate iPhone. Who's that? Frank, why do you hate iPhone? iPhone 15 Pro, me. iPhone 15 Pro Max is mine. Yeah. Listen, I'll have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I always do. Whether I keep it for the whole year is debatable. I have yet to buy any Pro Max actually. Now I think about it, no, I don't think I've ever kept a Pro Max version for the whole year. I normally switch to the smaller Pro version. It is confirmed to have USB Type C. So just to confirm, one Conic Boy or BO1 you're saying it's confirmed that all variants will have USB Type-C. Now, I knew the Pros were pretty much confirmed, but I thought the normals weren't, so that's fine. Who is your source? Is it John Prosser? To Team Android to go to iPhone, yeah. Azar will get an iPhone. Yeah, Azar. You'll be getting an iPhone because you buy more phones than I do, probably. So that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, it's always good to have an iPhone in one pocket and an Android in the other. Also need an iPad. You've got the iPad Mini 6. I'd like a bigger one. Yeah, I donated my iPad Pro 12.9 inch 2020. I think that was the first variant to go square and stuff. I donated that recently, or not too recently, last year to my 7-year-old. Yeah, spoiled little brat. Tablet wise, a little known fact, I have a Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. By far the best tablet I have ever owned. That 14.6 inch screen is fantastic. I might do a year-on review of that actually. But yeah, if you've got a Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me check the source. Yeah, and again, it's only because I'd like to read up on it as well. The last I heard was that it was only the Pros that were confirming USB-C. It would make sense for them all to be USB-C, but as mentioned previously, Apple make a shitload of money from the Lightning licenses for all the third-party products, and they like to recycle stuff. So yeah. Raul, do a tablet review. Yeah, now that I've got way more subs and I've got my fantastic community, I might well do the Tab S8 Ultra. Would be my review. I can't. Maybe I can bring myself to buy the S9 Ultra. Anybody want to buy a Tab S8 Ultra? Give me a good price. It looks like I'll be buying the S9 Ultra. Let me know in the comments if you are actually interested in my pristine Tab S8 Ultra. This is terrible. I'm going to buy an S9 Ultra after this stream. Oh, bad influences. I need to upgrade my iPad, but now you can get me to buy a Samsung tablet. Raoul, Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra could be yours. Give me a good price. I'd love to see more Apple videos from you. My channel, I like most tech channels, started with Apple and it just progressed to a more niche Chinese phone and foldable phone area. And with iPhone only, or Apple only bringing out products once or twice a year, it's really hard to keep a consistent channel and for somebody that's obsessed with tech to stick to iPads. So, yeah. Average Dad, have you ever heard of Wellerman? No. In context, is it an organization, a company, a person? I've not heard of them or it. Also, I thought that you hit 6k sub this week. So congrats. That's all you. I just post the content and you seem to like it sometimes. So thank you very, very much. And for those that have been sharing my videos, thank you very, very much. It really does mean a lot. I try to keep it honest. Well, I always keep it honest, but I try to keep it watchable. Sometimes I miss the mark. Another rumor is that the iPhone is going to update the 14 and 14 Plus with USB-C. No, no way. Yeah, you've said yourself, this one is iffy. There's no way Apple are going to spend money to go back into manufacturing to change out the ports on an iPhone 14 when they're going to sell, 100 million, 200 million iPhones of the 15 alone? Yeah, no way. What do you think of the future of Huawei without Gap? And about Gbox? Sorry, am I not up to speed? Oh, without Google Apps and I assume and about Gbox. That's how the Huawei is now. So yeah, it's fine. 94k more to go. Google Pixel Fold's got your name on it, Rule. I won't forget. iPhone sick. iPhone vomit. I like it. I think you gained one sub during the stream. Oh, that's nice. I think I've got. Oh, I had like if I go back to my live thing, I did set up like stuff. See, look, subscribe, and I set up sound effects and all that stuff. But for some reason, I couldn't be bothered doing them tonight, and they weren't coming through the stream. But again, my stream game, like my content, will get better day on day, week by week. So thank you to whoever subscribed to the channel during the live stream. I think they might have to change the ports by law or something like that, not for existing products. You don't have to retroactively refit any devices. That is the law. It's from the law comes into effect. I should say, unless you're still selling them after that. But Apple will just discontinue it. The law's not like for another year or two. So yeah, Apple will just discontinue the 14 before they rechange all the ports, in my opinion. What do we think about the iPhone 15 Pro Max getting a periscope zoom lens? 6x apparently. You know I love a periscope zoom lens. What do we think? Are we excited for that? Do you know what's really annoyed me? The fact that the audio hasn't been loud. Literally bought this mic to make sure the audio was fine. And then when I tested it, it sounded great. God damn it. Or you're trolling me. Don't think Apple is forced to change the ports. No, they're not. They're definitely not. Anyone else seeing the screen blinking? Yes. Yes. I know it's very annoying. Is my live... Well, the desk's still up there, so I can put on that so the blinking isn't as prominent. Yeah, it's very annoying. It's not a loose connection. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to be using another phone as another camera for next stream. Periscope lens is good, but just on the Pro Max, I don't agree with. Yeah, unless the price is much different for the Pro compared to the Pro Max, which is why I thought they would go down the Ultra route. I thought they would turn the iPhone 15 Pro Max into the iPhone Ultra, which then gives you a bit more bargaining power to charge more money because you've added a periscope zoom lens. If they are just calling it the Pro Max, History shows that the Pro Max is just the same as the Pro, just a bigger screen. So that would be, yeah, disappointing. And they're going to increase the price by $100 to $200. That they are. And I've mentioned this in another video as well. And I know you've all heard me say it before, but I'm going to say it again. People complain about the cost of foldables and how heavy and thick they are. Foldable phones are now lighter and thinner than iPhones and S23 Ultras. If not, then they're damn close to it. They're also cheaper. An iPhone 15 Pro Max is going to set you back for the 256GB version about £1,400. Let that resonate for a second. Let it just sit there on the surface. £1,399, $1,500 or $1,600 for the base iPhone 15 Pro Max. How insane is that? For a candy bar style phone. If you're giving me a terabyte of storage, sign me up. 256GB just ain't enough. It's disappointing. The issue we have is iOS is super convenient. Like literally, when I hit my Stream Deck OBS on button, OBS comes on. That's not an iPhone thing, but an iOS thing. But what I'm about to tell you is, it then automatically from my MacBook connects to my iPhone. So for this camera, it automatically connects. It's fantastic how that works. And iOS have you trapped. Apple is all about the money. Yeah, but they all are. Do you know the only thing I'd say about Apple is I know a lot of people that have iPads or iPhones and they've had them for years. And I mean years. That's testament to the software updates, the build quality. So, yeah, Apple is all about the money. But they're not. For example, let me give you a real life example. I bet you know someone out there that has an iPhone 6, 7, or 8. How many people do you know that still have a Samsung S6 or S7? Or even S8? Not many, if any. And again, I'm not here to be an Apple fanboy or sheep. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. Yes, they charge... Well, they don't even charge more than Samsung, so it's not even that argument. But they do charge a lot of money. However, they do produce fantastic products. My iPad Pro has been thrown around the whole house, and it's still immaculate. Apple's all about money. Can you imagine the cost of their first foldable? I know. But do you think that foldable is ever going to have any hardware issues? And I'm not arguing. I'm not disagreeing. I have an iPhone XS Max and it released the same year as the 8. Also, yeah, I know. I know. The the 8 actually released the same year as the X. The XS Max was the year after the 8. Is that what you mean? What I'm saying is, not many people have a Samsung S6 or S7, which is the same year as the iPhone 6, roughly. True, I've got a MacBook Pro. Yeah, again, laptops, MacBook Pros. How many Windows laptops do you reliably use to game, edit, work that are 8 years old? Anyway, I don't want to turn it into me being an Apple fanboy. I've got to appreciate good engineering that they do. Apple laptops, yeah, honestly, also the iPads and their phones. I mean, I've never, to this day, broke an iPhone screen. I just seen Tom Brady. Tom Brady was seen using an iPhone 6 like 3 years ago. Yep, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Problem with Apple is they're so stingy about what apps you can download. I know they are. They're very guarded. There's a lot of things that they do wrong, and it's not fair. The whole Epic Games stuff. Um, was it Epic Games or Real Engine? One of them. Yeah, and then the Facebook debacle. But hi, lesser of two evils. Which one do you prefer, Apple or Facebook? Apple still leading the longevity of tech. Yes, I absolutely agree. Right, where are we at? 10 to 9. I'm going to give it till 9 o'clock and then I will sign off. It's bloody incredible how fast 90 minutes can go by. And I just want to shout out Iconic Boy. Great username. It did take me a few seconds to figure out what that actually said. Thanks for all the questions and comments and stuff. Yeah, it was Epic Games. Iconic Boy. Shout out to you. Okay. So update wise, still hovering around the 20 watchers. Thank you very much for that. You guys are amazing. What else have we got? Any more questions before I sign out for the evening and have a week of work? Congrats for 6K. Thanks very much. Yeah, thanks, Rick. I will continue to create content. Yeah, I'm buzzing to get to 10K by Christmas. That's the goal. I've got 3 videos, 2 already in the bank, coming out tomorrow and Tuesday. Another one before the end of the week. I want to keep making consistent, honest content. All you have to do is keep watching on a loop in the background. Whatever you're doing, get my watch time up. Yeah, just as passionate about tech as you guys. Yep, good. Another question. Yep. Anyone know any good football games for Mac? No, not me. Somebody in the comments might, Cody. I play FIFA on, well, if I'm playing against my son, it's on his Xbox. If I'm playing myself, it's on my PS5. Don't really like him playing my PS5, other than Fall Guys. I'll let him play that. That reminded me of something as well. Oh, as you may or may not know, I am a Newcastle United fan. I was born in Newcastle. Did anybody see the game yesterday? Oh, this is going to be a very interesting season. You better hit 10K by Friday. For those that don't know, Raul is a long time follower, subscriber, and always likes to bust my balls. I did promise him a Google Pixel Fold when I hit 100K. So yeah, he's got skin in the game. I'm excited about the Xiaomi 13 Ultra review tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's a good one. Spotting about the Apple tech and hardware. Yeah, it's unreal. 5-1. Well done, lads. Indeed, it was. Yeah. When Villa equalised, I thought, oh no, come on, get 3 points. First game of the season. And yeah, it was just unreal. Tonali scoring in debut. Barnes scoring on debut, assists. Oh, it's just beautiful. Right, when my niche tech channel has started talking about Newcastle United, it's probably time to log off. So, as always, thank you very, 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 very much. I appreciate all of you. Ethan, thank you. Like, that's a crazy super chat that you've given me. I appreciate it very much. And for all the rest of you, see, there's that glitching again. Last time I'm using this camera, I promise. Yeah, thanks. I'm going to log off now. Until next time. See, it's better when I can do it on a video edit because the transition's less. But I'm going to log off now. Right. Take care, everyone.